Well, it was a big weekend for shopping, from Thanksgiving food to early holiday shopping. Sales from yesterday's Cyber Monday are expected to surpass more than $10 billion.
But as expected, in-store foot traffic is not back to what it was pre-pandemic. Today, we are joined by senior industry analyst Ted Rossman. Thank you so much for joining us, Ted.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so how were the Thanksgiving weekend retail sales?
They were actually down a little bit from last year, which surprised some, down about 3.5% according to the National Retail Federation. And that's really true both of the number of shoppers and how much they spent. That said, though, I'm really not concerned for retailers or the economy because people got out to a really early start this year. We found that about half of holiday shoppers started before November 1st, and October retail sales were up about 15% year over year. So I think a lot of this got pulled forward.
Ted, do you think people are comfortable? What are the numbers saying? Are people comfortable going back in stores, or are they really sticking to that online shopping more than going in brick and mortar?
More in-store shopping than last year on Thanksgiving weekend. In fact, about 13% more shoppers in-store, but still down from pre-pandemic days. And we saw a similar phenomenon with online shopping, just in reverse. We saw about 15% fewer online shoppers. In fact, in the 10 years that Adobe's been tracking Cyber Monday sales, this was the first time they fell, although it was only down 1%. And again, I think a lot of that was because people had already completed a lot of their shopping.
I think a lot of people were anxious to enjoy the holiday season, right? Because this year they're hoping different. We have vaccinations, and so they wanted to get started earlier. That would make sense with what you're saying. All right, so we have this new variant, Omicron. Do you think it will affect people shopping in person?
I don't think it'll really have an effect on retail sales, at least for now, at least for the holidays, because the National Retail Federation says about 52% of holiday shopping is already done, and sales of goods have actually held up remarkably well these past couple of years. Even at the height of lockdowns and uncertainty, people were still buying stuff. They weren't spending as much on services, but actually last year's holiday season was up 8% from 2019. There's a ton of pent-up demand. People still have some excess savings. I don't think goods retailers should worry. Now, travel and dining, that might be more vulnerable.
$10 billion on Cyber Monday alone, and the shopping has just started. Ways to go before Christmas. Ted, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Ted. All right, we are turning